Police in the town of Glenville say truckers are depending too much on their GPS and not enough on what's right in front of their eyes. And as a result, they're literally and figuratively running into trouble. Liz Bishop hit the road to find out why trucks hit the bridge.
They call it an under-blunder, when a too-tall truck hits a too-short bridge. It's not something that happens that often, unless you're here. 11.5-foot tall commercial trucks will sail under this bridge, but 500 yards away, they'll slam into this one.
The majority of the accidents have been to the back of the truck, to the trailer portion of the truck, or to the box portion of the truck, which is usually just aluminum, and which doesn't cause the structural damage to the bridge. It just takes off the top of these trucks. We have had a couple of tractor trailers come through with sleeper berths, and those have been completely destroyed, and that's usually fiberglass. The amount of debris that we've had to clean up out here has been tremendous. And
they're not the only ones. 18-wheelers are getting caught too. Why did they make this bridge so short? We'll get to that. First, a little history. 4+ years ago, 2 narrow stone bridges and a traffic light confused and confounded motorists in this very spot on Glen Ridge Road. Nearly $12 million later, the 2 overpasses were widened and 2 travel lanes created. And that should have been end of story. Traffic moves freely, life goes on. Until this started happening over and over again, more than 15 times so far.
If you remember, back in the day, these bridges were tiny. This bridge behind us was a 1-lane bridge. Nobody would come through here with a truck because A, it was too wide, and B, it was too tall. So they wouldn't even try to come through here.
Coming westbound, tall trucks are clearing the 15-foot-high first bridge, but hitting the second one hard. It could be a false sense of confidence. After all, why would a brand new bridge be so low?
I guess it could be confusing, but if I'm driving an 18-wheeler truck, I'm going to make sure that every sign that I look at, I'm paying attention to so that I know what I'm approaching. And as you can see, we got a larger truck going through right now, but that's about as tall as you can get right there as that one just passed through. But he came through.
That's not very tall.
That's not very tall at all.
If you look up at the top of the bridge, you can actually see truck parts hanging from the lip. Lieutenant Janik says structurally the bridge is fine because those trucks are aluminum. But should a logging truck or a fuel truck hit this steel bridge, watch out.
This is sort of a unique spot.
DOT did the work. Why didn't they make the bridge taller?
The incline and decline for a railroad, for a train, has got to be gradual. I mean, it seems to make sense. To do that, though, you've got to raise the rail lines in each direction up gradually for miles in either direction.
Vigiani says lowering it wouldn't work because of the Outlaws Creek. He says the area is awash in signs and people need to obey them. What about Lieutenant Janik's worry about oil tankers and logging trucks hitting that bridge?
We're talking very low speeds, too. I mean, it's not like it's a highway bridge, per se, like trucks and vehicles aren't traveling at the speed they would on the Northway. So they're not, the speed of that is also playing into a factor there. So even something like that, those bridges are very strong. They're built to withstand and hold up trains, there's steel, all that. So they're structurally sound even in those instances.
That was Liz Bishop reporting there. We are road trip